The coolest girl in school passed out in my yard. Now you're gonna get it.
Miss Weisenberg, are you home?
Oh, shoot!
Weisenberg, I'm here to clean. Miss Weisenberg. These plants are fantastic, and these rocks are so clean, and the grass is so green, and these trees, it's the best. Kan beli penet dulu. 911, someone's dead at this house. So what do you think?
DNA identified her as Erin Foster, 17 years old. This is definitely a crime of passion. She stabbed 13 times, several substances present. I bet if we run toxicology, she'll have some pills and some of the cocaine in her system, but only time will tell. I'll get some of these guys to tag and bag the rest of these evidence pieces, but make sure we get photographs first.
Yeah, we can get the chain of custody after that set up. We just gotta figure out who murdered Erin, but I think we might have a long road ahead of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
A pH test of the following substances can help us identify whether the crime scene substance actually is cocaine or not.
Judging by this toxicology report from the autopsy, there are high levels of opiate traces and stimulant cocaine traces in her system, which means that she was definitely on drugs at the time.
So I'm swabbing this knife for blood because I'm positive the DNA will match to the blood on the shirt, which would be the victim Erin Foster's. But right now what I'm gonna do is, after I put this away, is test and see if the knife blade matches these slashings in her chest and on the shirt. So after looking at all the tool mark impressions on this shirt, it's clear that this knife is the murder weapon, and we know that this knife belongs to Mr. Chavez, so we're gonna go interrogate him about that. So, looking at the toxicology report from her autopsy, she was on multiple substances, cocaine and opiates. So she was definitely passed out, like cold, before she was even stabbed. So anyone could have done this. She was defenseless.
So what do you think about the rest of the evidence?
Well, right now, there's a shoe belonging to a girl, size 9, doesn't belong to the victim. However, there's a knife that belongs to the lawn worker that's very convincing that is the murder weapon.
So you're saying, so you think it might be the worker?
We can't rule it out. I think we should bring him in.
Let's bring him in and interrogate him.
I'll bring him. Excuse me, sir. Are you the cleaner here?
Regarding my rock.
The what?
My rock. Regarding
Cleaning
my rock.
rocks.
My rock.
Sir, I need to ask you a few questions about what you saw here. You're the top witness we have right now as to what happened.
I don't speak English.
Sir, with that being said, you're also our top suspect because you're the only one who's been here.
I can't do that.
Sir, I'm gonna have to take you in for
I
questions.
didn't do it! I didn't
I'm
do
still
it!
gonna have to take you in for questions, sir.
It's okay?
Come on.
It's okay?
I'm gonna take you in for questions.
It's okay?
It's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm not
Alright,
gonna cuff
please
you. Put the thing down. It's okay. My colleague's gonna interrogate you.
No,
He's
I
not
don't
as
think
nice
so.
as me.
What am I doing here? Please, I didn't do anything. Mr. Chavez, what were you doing at the house at 3:30 p.m.? I was only going to clean the rocks. They hired me to do the rocks and I had to do it twice a week or else I get no pay, and I got to get the pay. Calm down, calm down. I didn't ask for your whole life testimony here. Why was your knife at the crime scene?
Yo.
Mr. Chavez, the knife was the murder weapon. Please explain that to me. Please explain that.
Yo.
Spit it out or you're going to jail for the rest of your life.
I sold the knife to the missus because she needed a knife it happened right after I sold the drugs to the little girl. Oh, I please disregard that. I did not mean to say that.
Mr. Chavez, you sold drugs to a 17-year-old girl and a knife to another 17-year-old girl. Even though this, oh, okay.
I plead the Sixth Amendment.
No, hold on. This isn't happening. You can't plead the Sixth Amendment, you plead the Fifth Amendment, and it's already way too late to do that. You willingly admitted about the drugs, and I didn't even ask you about that. This is all your fault. You're going to jail. I'm sorry, Mr. Chavez.
Hello? Is this about the murder? I'm happy to help. I can help you with whatever you need.
This is about the murder, but this is also about you. Please turn around and put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest for the murder of Aaron Foster.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to you. Rebecca Schweizenberg, things are not looking good for you right now. We have a mountain of evidence that insists that you committed this crime for murder. Before I even get into that, can you just tell me, did you kill her?
No.
Miss Schweizenberg, we know you bought a knife from Mr. Chavez last week. He's going to testify in court against you to cut time off of his own sentence. We know that there's a shoe found at the crime scene that belongs to a size 9. I'm sure if we test out that 1 foot you have from not your crutch, it's going to be a size 9.
You don't know that. You cannot
But I
prove
do.
that.
But I can.
You can't prove it.
But I can. And I will. And you're going to stay here in the cell until I do. Because I know you're guilty. Because I know about your history in the mental institute for a year in the 8th grade. Because you almost killed a girl.
I'm not crazy.
I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm saying you're guilty.
I'm not crazy.